Hallo, welkom bij de On The Range podcast met Hogg Tactical en Kelley Defense. Hier zijn je gastheren, Rick Hogg en Mark Kelley.
On The Range podcast. On The Range.
Besides the stigma, if you think about it, we're starting to see these little pockets, these little things that pop up like this, where people are just done. Nobody cares what your, as an individual, lifestyle is. Nobody cares. Just letting y'all know. Nobody cares. Go live your best life. We want you to. I want you to. When you start messing with the kids and you start shoving it down my face, that's when I got a problem. Start telling me in compelling speech what I can and can't say. That's when everybody's got a problem. But here's what's happening. Stuff like this, you corporations who are catering to very small minorities of folks who have a certain lifestyle, which I support until you start doing these things. You corporations are starting to learn. It's easy out of the public eye to not buy your product. This boycott is an easy way to show your frustration. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to stand out with a sign. You don't have to have a conversation about it. You just don't support that company. It's not canceling. I don't support cancel culture either. But I'm not going to buy something from somebody who ideals I don't support, or if they don't like me. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I'm not going to. And neither is a lot of other people. I tell you right now, Bud Light, as a brand, when that CEO talked and distanced himself from Dylan Mulvaney, he never apologized for nothing. This Belgian-owned company apologize these Americans, start throwing some money at a campaign, go back to your base and start getting your money back. Otherwise, you're done. You're going to be done in a year. You keep going like this, they will not buy you right out of business. All because you can't say, I'm sorry, we'll do better. Might want to rethink that.
On The Range.
You know, you'd think that YouTube would be a good place. We've got instructional videos out there. We've got ones professionally done by Panteo. Zero real traction, really. If you look at the grand scheme, there's not a super following on the YouTube stuff, and it's constantly trying to keep up with it. And you got to sit there and go, hey, man, is the juice worth the squeeze? Or, you know, in our case, just I'd rather put the effort into Patreon, right? Those guys are tried true, you know, hanging with us. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to try to get stuff out on YouTube, but it's like, you just don't see the return on investment, or ROI, in trying to populate YouTube. You know, I don't know what the skinny is. I don't know, you know, we've done, God knows how many tutorial videos we've watched, their stuff, other people's stuff, grow your following, yada, yada, yada. And just can't really get it going. So let's kind of shift gears. Let's look at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these different places, right? So they all kind of, at least to me, seem like they've got a different niche. The overall underlying theme, especially with Facebook and Instagram, they tell you straight up they do not like firearms. Okay. Now, Instagram used to be pretty good because I could go there and see under the settings, go to account. I think it was account status or something like that. It'd tell you. They were straight up going, hey, man, you're violating the policy. Cool. Thanks for telling me. Let me try to adjust. Say things like, hey, don't mention firearms. Don't put pictures of firearms. Don't promote violence. Don't sell guns. We're not selling guns, right? Read what's going on. And the problem with this digital marketing is you're battling an AI, you know, between algorithm and then AI technology that's taking a, you know, quick look at that photo. Boom, it's a gun. Automatically, we can't promote. We can't do anything. So really, it's just kind of how do you navigate it? Used to be hashtags were the big things. Well, then they've got these topic tags, which some of my pages have, some don't. Right? It's amazing that there's no commonality across the board with any of this stuff. When it comes to Facebook, just can't really get traction, right? Nobody wants to promote, oh, you're in the firearm space. So it becomes a very difficult deal. We still do it to get the word out there. Looking at Instagram, for example. Hey, man, you want to put 3 to 5 stories a day about your business, right? Make it easy for people to find you, find your website, find your products, promote whatever it is you're promoting. So you try to get that out there. Hey, man, we got our classes, we got our products, whether it's the In Honor of Duco Loop Leash, or Warhog swag stuff, whatever the case may be. Upcoming classes, here's the links right to so guys can go from Instagram right to the link and hopefully sign up, but when you're sitting there doing your post, whether it's a picture post, a reel post, video post, whatever, you got to look at a couple different aspects. Are you putting it out there for education? You put it out there for entertainment? We kind of dabble in both. We put out our Monday funnies to give people a laugh to start the week. And then, putting other stuff out there, there's always some type of call to action in there. And primarily our biggest one right now is if you want to stay connected, sign up for a newsletter. Because all these digital marketing platforms, that's great. But let's look at, the Warhog Tactical page, 56,000 plus followers. All right. Well, that's gone.
A lot of smear going on there. A lot of smear. Trying to ruin my man. You know why that is. Everybody knows why that is. It's got almost nothing to do with any kind of personal beef. It's got everything to do with him not stealing their ratings. Well, too late. Too late. Those who are watching on the video, you can see what I have up here, courtesy of the On the Range Podcast Twitter page. Go check it out. Search On the Range Podcast. So Tucker finally responded. In the main ratings demographic time of 8 p.m. on Tuesday, 78 million hits to this point. 78 million views. Totally wiping the floor with everything that Fox has. See, that's what they're terrified of, friends. They know that Tucker has a huge following. He's a huge talent. He's very good. And they're afraid of where he's going to go, what he's going to take. No matter, I can tell you right now, his time slot is going to be prime time where he was, no matter where he ends up. I think he's perfect for the internet. And we're going to talk about that piece a little bit too. I'm going to have a little bit of a call to action. But Tucker Carlson is wiping the floor already. He doesn't even have a show yet. Doesn't even have a show yet. So he releases this video, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. I'm not going to play anything from it. You can go on our Twitter page. You can go on his. Check it out. Also, if you are a Twitter user and you have a feed, do a search for On the Range Podcast. The handle is On the Range Cast, C-A-S-T, one word. Go give us a follow. Comment on some of the stuff we're putting on there. Brand new to the OTR universe. Super happy about it. So whoever they have in the time slot up there, is probably a great guy, great gal, whoever on Fox. But they're getting the butts handed to them. Megyn Kelley on Sirius FM or Sirius Radio talks about this a little bit. So we don't really know why Tucker was let go. We've heard some stuff. We don't know. There was some scuttlebutt about some inappropriate things that he said, and they just came off the big lawsuit settlement. Maybe they weren't ready to do another one. There's also some scuttlebutt of the top execs at Fox were tired of him, didn't want to go through another lawsuit, whatever. There was also some mention of the Heritage Foundation speech that he made later that night on the 21st. Whatever it is, the Fox viewers are not happy. I don't know how they're going to do it. Honestly, they're crushed. They're crushed. And here's another thing, too. Where are people going to go? Where are people going to go to get that type of entertainment that Tucker brought? He was completely unique, attacking all those issues and those questions that most people are afraid to ask. And he's doing it. And he's doing it in a very entertaining and informative way. Where are you going to go to get that? I tell you, we're going to go wherever Tucker lands. And I think the other piece of the ratings drop is probably because the viewers feel hurt. A lot of people would tune in to hear Tucker's monologue. Now they're not doing that. Whether they stay for the whole show or not, because sometimes he did some other specials on Fox Nation, some long form stuff, really good. That's going to take a hit too, but that monologue was big. This past week, MSNBC and CNN beat Fox News in that time slot, prime time slot. That's where you make your bread and butter. That prime time ad dollars, gone.
On the Range Podcast.